Greetings on this December 31st, 2017, New Year's Eve here in Las Vegas. I just got back from the gym, which is the jacuzzi area. I'm on day 2 of rest day. Do I need rest? I think you should listen to your body and get the rest you need when you need it. Sometimes people get too much rest, and that's not a good thing because there are times when you should be doing something physically, but you don't. So, weekend review. I'm gonna go through and actually do a year in review, basically. The beard? The beard is something I just started to do since maybe about a few weeks ago. I decided to do the beard out, just something different, and kind of like my struggles. Kind of like Rocky Balboa in Rocky 4, how he's going after the Russian, and he's gonna fight, and he goes to Russia to train, and he's there, and he goes the beard out. It just hard grit. So I just completed on Friday 14 days straight of running. Over half of those days were 10-mile plus. The majority of them were over 8 miles, and only I think only 3 of them were under 8 miles, 4, 5, and just about 6 miles. And we're still in the base training phase. Is there a goal for this whole base training phase? In a way there is, and the way there isn't. The way there isn't is I wanted to see what I could do if I can go every day for 30 days or for 90 days at 10 miles a day. If I do that 7 days a week, that's 70 miles a week. And if you look at a lot of the elite athletes, elite runners, they're running 70, 80, 90, 100 miles a week. And all I wanted to do was base. There was no like tempo run, no intervals running on the track, no doing 400, 800 mile repeats and all that stuff. So I want to see how that works. I've noticed that this is something I've really noticed, I found was very interesting, is the more you run, who would thunk it, right? The more you run, the better you get at. The longer you go, the more endurance you get. Like, I get through the first 30 minutes of a run, and I'm maybe about 4.5 miles in, depending on how fast I'm going. And I'm like, I got another hour to go, another 45 minutes to go. And I'm noticing that because I do the hours stuff, if I was just gonna do a 4-mile run, it'd be done like that, and it would be like, that's not sweat. I usually do longer than this. It's almost like when I would do my long runs for like 2 hours. When I would do my hour runs, they don't feel so bad because I have the long runs to do. It's kind of interesting to compare and contrast the days when you do certain things compared to when you do other things that are harder, depending on the day. So that's kind of why I started to do those base running. So today is basically day 17, if you think about it. 15, no, today's day 16. Tomorrow will be day 17, where I'm back in running the gym. It'll be January 1st. And we're gonna try to go as many days as possible at 10 miles. Some days will be faster than others, some days might be slow. I might even run some that are even 9-minute mile pace, if that's the case, which is almost an hour and a half. Some might be going close to 105. The best so far I've run in the past few weeks is 10 miles at just over an hour and 9 minutes. I think it was 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 18 seconds. If you look at my Instagram at Running Free with JH, you can see the little picture I took of myself. Still unemployed. That's something that hasn't changed that much since it's happened. So I'm still dealing with that. And looking back on this year, and I want to change this year. I want to change the year coming up. I don't want to be in the same position. I don't think I'll be in Las Vegas this time next year. I really don't think it's going to happen because I've tried to apply. I've attempted, and I've actually applied to a lot of places here. Had some interviews, nothing's worked out. I'm working with some headhunter companies to get those jobs worked out. It's not working. But basically, on the running aspect, this is why you guys come and watch these videos, is the running aspect of this is, what have I learned in the past few weeks? Well, I've learned that something I think we all know is your emotions get the better of you, and they actually take over you when it comes to your workouts. I've had some workouts where I even slowed down, stopped doing things, didn't start the workout until later on in the day because of the emotional toll I was taking with other things in my life. When it comes to people I'm with, comes to the work, comes to just my own mental sanity, I've noticed it's actually hindering my workouts. So you out there, remember, you got to keep your emotions in check if you can. Breathe in, breathe out, meditate if you have to. Do what you have to do, because your emotions will take all over your life. It not only take over your family dynamic of how you treat people, but also takes over your insides of how to get up in the morning, not getting up when you're supposed to, when you're actually having a good workout, to actually enjoy that workout. Our emotions can suck us dry if you don't be careful. But for the past 2 weeks, I didn't do one for Christmas weekend because a lot in my head, basically. With me, I'm in my head a lot. I've been that way. I mean, I'm almost 35 years old, and a lot of times I feel like I should have been already a professional runner. And there's sometimes I want to be a professional runner, and there's sometimes where I'm like, I don't want to do that. But I know running and working out makes me feel alive. But it's a long time. I mean, an hour and a half every day just to run, that does not include warming up, cooling down, transportation back and forth of where you're going to run. It takes a lot of time, and most people say they don't have time for that. I've sacrificed sleep and everything, and work and all the good stuff. But it's a commitment. And I think it comes down to is I haven't made a total commitment where I say I'm doing this, and no matter hell or high water, I'm doing it. That's something I don't believe I fully actually have done. Come to think of it. Which is never a good thing. It's always a good thing to actually make a commitment. If it's, say, I'm gonna do it for 7 days and see what happens. I'm gonna do it for 30 days and see what happens. Because then you can see what you're made of. So, as of right now, I just finished 14 days straight. I feel great. I got back from the jacuzzi, feeling good. Gonna have a good afternoon here. Not gonna be part of the festivities here for the New Year's revolution, I guess you can call it, the New Year's Eve celebrations here. Don't see no point in it. As of right now, maybe next year I'll see a little more point in it, but right now, tomorrow's Monday morning. We're gonna hit the gym early. Whenever I wake up, probably. So I'll probably wake up between 4:30 and 5 o'clock, like normal. Get to the gym, worked out. I got my pull-up workout. So the new thing I'm trying out is what I used to do. Believe it or not, my best pull-ups I have ever done in my life was doing about 45, 46 pull-ups in one shot. That's basically going as fast as you can, not fast as you can, but doing it good, all the way to locking and all the way above the chin. And doing that like 40, I want to say 47. I was almost at 50, never made 50, but I know the Guinness World Record is like 66. And I was on there. But some injuries happened with my elbow, and I had some tendonitis and everything. And now I'm back to barely making 10. But that's okay. So the goal for this whole year is to work out in the morning. We're gonna do push-ups and pull-ups every other day. So basically, one day we pull-ups, one day we push-ups, and we rotate back and forth each week. And so it'd be three workout days a week will be push-ups, 3 workout days will be pull-ups. And then every day will be running. And then we'll see come February, March how my running is going. I'm gonna do the whole thing of January, whole month. I'm gonna do base running, which I've been doing, and just keep doing it. Just put the mileage in. We're gonna get the mileage down. And then if I'm still here in March, April, and I'm still here, we can start working out on the track and start getting those tempo runs down. Get off of the freaking treadmill, right? The treadmill was good, as you've seen in some of the post videos I've done and some of the Instagram photos I put up. The treadmill was doing well. I was actually increasing. However, the thing that sucks about a treadmill is when you want to go a little bit faster, on a track you could probably go maybe a second faster per mile. You drop 1 little degree up to go, say 9.1 mile per hour, you do 9.2, that's almost 5 to 6 seconds or maybe more, depending on the treadmill you're at, per mile you go faster, which can wipe you out completely. So I kind of like running outside because I can pick it up just a little bit and not kill myself. So that's my plan right now for the foreseeable next 30 days. So I'm gonna run 30 days straight, that's the goal. 30 days straight, 10 miles a day. And I'm thinking about putting in a couple long runs, maybe every 5-6 days. In the long run, what I mean by that would be like probably 15 miles. Go beyond the 10 miles, put the 15 miles in, and just see what happens. I'm curious what this is gonna happen with me. Remember, this whole thing is called running free. So I want to be free, and I feel more alive when I'm out there working out. When I'm breathing deep, I'm sweating, and I'm pushing through my limits. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll shave my head along the way. Maybe I'll cut my beard. I don't know. I know right now I probably don't look like the sexiest man alive, but we'll see what happens come February. So right now, New Year's Eve here. This is Las Vegas. I'm hoping to have maybe another work. The unemployment is not good, especially unemployment insurance you have. I'm only about a month in, so I don't have a few months left of that before that goes, and I don't have so much savings left, so we'll see how I am come there. And hopefully, I'm gonna keep doing this every Sunday. I'll put this out there. This will be on the YouTube, it'll be on the Facebook, and you guys keep up with it. And hopefully, this works good. This is gonna be my therapy, if you will. Just talking to the world, my thoughts. Because I love running. I love it so much. And the sad part about this whole running boom and bust that we've had since the 70s is some people love it, some people hate it. But most people, when you run, you don't really do it. Most of you, I'll just be frank, most of you out there are not runners, you're joggers, or you're casual casual, you like to hang out with people. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're out there doing something. But let's face it, if you're gonna be overweight and you're gonna run, you're gonna get issues when it comes to your knees, your hips, your feet, whatever it is. You're gonna have problems because your body's carrying more pounding with the extra weight. How do I know this? I have been there, 300 pounds at my heaviest, and it's not there anymore. I get that because I lost it all. Because you have to be very healthy when it comes to eating. You can splurge once a week if you want to, once a month, whatever it is. But if you splurge every single day, always have the bad stuff every day, always have that stuff, you're never gonna be a better athlete. If you're okay running a 5-hour marathon every month, just know that one day that's gonna knock you over. Because you know someone who runs a 2-hour marathon, those elites, and the guy who runs a 5-hour marathon, the difference between the guy who runs the 2-hour marathon has less pounding and he won't have the injuries as much as you would. They'll have different injuries. They might have stress injuries from a muscle, from a tendon per se, but you're gonna have a lot more injuries because the way you're pounding in, you're hitting more. You're taking more steps during a 5-hour than you are during a 2-hour. And the more weight you have pushing down, plus maybe your form is off. There's all these things to think about. So this running channel, I hope we can actually, maybe I should go in and actually teach more about actually how to do so. I did talk about form on one of my videos. Maybe I should do it again and explain more about how to actually run, because I've learned a lot. I mean, I was coached by 2 Olympians at one point. I paid them, so it wasn't like it was all free. I've had a lot of friends over the years who've run, and what sucks about, especially if you're a newbie and you actually really get into this and really like it, and you want to start competing, and you want to get better, and you do 7-mile pace, 6-mile, 5-mile, whatever it is, you get to a point where everyone around you is slower than you. I remember when I first started running, this was years ago, I was in the back of the pack, and people kept giving me advice to get forward. But before you know it, I was the one leading the pack in front of everybody else. Then next thing you know it, I'm up here, and they were way down there, and I was like. And then they're still trying to give me advice, but they can't do it. So I've always said, how can someone give me advice if they'd never been there? So my rule now is when people want to give me advice on what I'm trying to do in the future, whether it's my running, food, psychological, whatever it is, it's either they've done it before and they know how to get there, or they're in the process of doing it themselves and they have a goal they're going and they're doing it at that moment. Otherwise, people are giving you ideas that they will never truly believe in because they won't follow them themselves. Those are just my private thoughts. All right, so it's good. Oh, and if you didn't know, I am a fast talker with my ADD, as they say, but I'll be always honest, and hopefully, I'll never change. Have a great New Year, and see you in 2018.